I muted us. Sorry about that because there was some noise. Hello, everyone in the chat. Thank you for waiting for us while we extended our enough is enough message as I do in front of every one of my videos. For and will continue to do so all during the month of February. So there we go. No one is alone. Everyone has a story, and we want to support the community that is going through it. And I'd like you to welcome Mandy. Mandy, Mandy, let me know I can hear you, girl.
Hello, everybody.
There you go. And Mandy, this we're breaking Mandy's cherry tonight. Y'all know
We
how I feel about that.
we are
Yeah.
indeed. We are.
I had some really good friends who like to talk some really great crap to me about legal cases. And my girl Mandy here is one of them, and I am so excited that she decided to join me for this because we've been talking and chatting in the Twitters and the Instagrams and all over the chats about this Depp Heard stuff for a very very long time. And
Yes.
so, chat, welcome Mandy. I am hoping we're going to see. If you treat her right, just like anyone, you may see them again. But you got to you know the rules, people. You got to treat them right, okay?
Yes.
So yeah, so let's Mandy won't be chatting because we're learning about StreamYards through the phone, which is how I learned. So you're going to be okay, girl. I got all the way here, even even with all the mistakes. I got all the way here, so it's going to be fine. We're going
Yep.
to
We'll work
okay,
through it. We'll
okay.
work through it. Hello, Sucketh the Pickle, my friend. So good to
Mhm.
see you.
Isn't
Um,
it? You see so many good friends in there.
yep.
Yeah.
Mocking Media, your videos are super powerful and
Mm-hmm.
um, appreciate all the work that you put in on those. It's very important. Very,
It
very
is.
important.
It is. Yeah. Um. I just switched mics, so you're going to hear typing again, people. I'm getting comments that I'm underwater. I tried. But at least the video went through good. They are amazing, aren't they, Mandy? That video. I know. You know what? I realize it's hard to watch that video for some people because it is so powerful. I still can't watch it without feeling the tug, the pull, and a little bit of tear because it does resonate. It does resonate the message strongly. Their talent as a creative artist, as working in video medium is just brilliant. The way they're able to capture those images and put it down, put it out there and get that message across. And yeah, I'm just saying, we're all saying the same thing. And would you all say it louder so Mocking gets the message and takes that damn TRO off? So I'm not the only one out there like an idiot getting the TRO on me. Like, come on, it's just because Bear was the first one to say it and say it loud and say it often and everywhere because it's there. Like you all see it, so say it. Like save a bear's ass. Get that TRO off me. Come on. Like I'm just saying. We're all fans. It's just I might be saying it a little too loud than everybody else, and whatever. But thank you, Zebra, and thank you, Sally, about the audio. I was checking something new. So there you go. But it's like, all right. So, we've got the time. All right. So tonight we're going to be talking about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, and all. We decided, right, not to just go to the defamation case, like to that filing. We decided you all deserved a breakdown of how it all began. And we're just going to kind of talk casually about the timeline before we get into the nuts and bolts and really go at, because listen, Mandy and I could take one part on this timeline, right, Mandy, let's be honest, and then go
Yes.
for what would you say, about 6 hours? What was the last phone call? Maybe 4, 5, 6. Like
Yeah.
we could go 6 hours on one point. Like, and we don't want to do that to you because you may not be as interested as we are, and may not find it as funny or as upsetting some of the issues. But we got opinions on this, and we want to have some fun. So we're not going to try to upset anybody, and we will allow all opinions and all comments. And if you have questions, I'll even put them up and we'll try to address them. But basically, we're just going to start with the timeline. And because when it comes to Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, I bow to genius. I'm going to give Mandy the opening floor to start that because this girl knows her shit. Like,
Oh, yikes.
yeah, show them. That's not yikes, girl. Come on, be you. Just be you. That's all you got to be up here is you. You know, you could talk just like we're on the phone.
Right.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
A quick rundown is that we're going to do, and if anyone has questions, just pop them up. And
like you can go over, you know, what you and I were sharing, the paperwork, right? You can stop at any point of it, but if you just want to start with what, like the timeline, let's just give them the basic timeline. Stop anywhere you want, make a comment, you know, because like as soon as we get to 2015, like the first couple of years, we get to 2015, we're gonna have a lot to say. So you can we can interject at that point. So Perfect. Go on. Yeah.
So Johnny and Amber Heard met in 2009 while filming The Rum Diary. There's an interesting point in 2009 that I would also like to make because it's important throughout the progression of all of this, that Amber Heard was arrested for domestic violence in Seattle, SeaTac Airport against Tasha, who was at the time her partner. So that was the first incident of being arrested for domestic violence. It's alleged that in 2012 they started dating, and 2014 Amber Heard was spotted wearing an engagement ring. And the tragic part of it is the first incident of alleged abuse is in May of 2014. So they're not even married yet when this begins. Right. There was an incident on an airplane because something to do with James Franco, and that will be a name that will come up through all of this.
There are so many names, Too bad they're like all male, single, and hanging out when Johnny's not there. But I digress. Go ahead.
We digress. We've only seen the pictures in the elevator, but we'll just.
Oh my God! We'll just pretend while you're doing this that I didn't see that. Yeah, go ahead.
Right.
This is what it's going to be like, people. I'm sorry. I can't help it.
Well, and the irony behind all of it is this woman accused him of such horrific things, and every time it was her. It was her. So
it was definitely, she did worse. Like, you know, for every tit for tat, there was like, oh, well, what about this? But that gets to be hidden. And that is our strong issue, right? Because let's just lay this out there right now.
Yes.
If you have any idea that we might be coming off that we were going to be supporting Amber Heard in this video or this stream or any other ones to comment, no. Because I am personally offended as a woman that and here's it, this is just my opinion, allegedly Amber Heard hijacked the fucking Me Too media to beat Johnny Depp down for a divorce, to get her way, because she's a spoiled, entitled little brat. Period. Okay, that's just my opinion. And you're going to hear it, you know, peppered in there throughout the rest. So if you're offended, you may leave now. Exit stage left. It's over there, because that's just how it is. And I've been dying to talk about this with Mandy for so long. So go on, Mandy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And if you think that I'm biased, that's accurate. Because
yes. We are biased. We admit it. Biased.
There is no. I can. This woman. This is a personal thing for me. It's something that has been in my life. So I take great offense to the bullshit that she's pulled. So
manipulation, making us all look bad with the batting of the eyelashes and the lifting of the. Go on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, emotional manipulation. So. So they were married in February of 2015 he has an island in the Bahamas.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be nice to him.
Yes. Come treat us that well, please. God.
And according just to a lot of witness statements, there was some incidences that went on there. Again, like we've stated, that's another one that could be a whole entire show on its own. needless to say, this is sort of also when the separating of Johnny and his friends sort of began. So
Right.
part of abuse is separating people from family, from friends, and so that's when
Right.
it began. So
And,
yeah,
and it's like, and they're going places together, and she's keeping him quite secluded, and
yes,
it's always her friends that are around, right? We notice this trend.
her friend.
I want to make a comment about when they got married. Okay, when they got married, according, and I'm just going to interject, like that happened back in 2012, right? Was it 2012 or 2015? Are we there yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're right there now, and
Yep.
they got married, and all of the witness statements is because we're also following the legal part of it, because Mandy is also a legal nerd like me. We are the coffee drinking, read the briefs, laugh our ass off girls. Yeah, that's us. Like that's what we're doing, like all the time. And we're following these legal cases, and all of the witness statements are coming through, and they are saying that during that wedding and during that period of time when they were engaged and getting married, Johnny is not the one doing drugs or being drunk.
Nope.
It is Amber and all her friends. So that is a large misconception. Now, I'll admit, Johnny, the reason that they can easily tag this on him is he's always been out there, that he drinks, he parties, he had his little rock band and beat up people in band, bar fights, and he was in the papers a lot, and he wasn't the worst. I mean, he's no Johnny Six or any of that shit, but he did have a slight little bad boy image, but that didn't mean that he was the one doing it all just because Amber says so. Okay, because actually the reality, even at the wedding, Johnny's not drunk. Amber is. Johnny's friends aren't. They're high and drinking. That it's a more older crowd with Johnny. Let's face it. There's an age difference here, a substantial one. And Johnny's going into it like a marriage and a relationship, and Amber seems to be treating it like a party and a win.
Right
now, looking back at the setting and what was happening in all of the witness statements, that is the picture that's being portrayed. Now, in the witness statements that are going to court, luckily, that are being accepted in court, this picture is finally being portrayed. The other side of it, because we didn't get to hear that, did we, Mandy? The news,
no, because the UK judge too. That's just a whole nother lie.
Oh, yeah, I want to cover that separate. I covered that separately.
So basically, a lot of those declarations and a lot of the information and witness statements, Judge Nichols basically just set them aside and didn't believe it. So
he didn't. And he actually says in his judgment, "My rules, my way. I'm going to believe the victim." Period. If she says so, I don't even want to look at it. He didn't even look at anything to support the claim. He said, if she says so, fine. And that's where he was with it. And he said, and here's the thing, legally, as upsetting as that was, Mandy, and like you and I we didn't actually go over this point, but legally, I followed that UK thing. I watched the trial. I went and got the judges' point for point statements afterward. I had a connection in the UK. I watched the whole thing. I watched the barristers. They really do wear wigs, Mandy. Yes. I watched the whole thing. They do it just like the movie. It was brilliant. I watched the whole thing, and I was dissecting it as we went, and I was talking to somebody else who's really into UK legal law at the time, and we were watching it together and dissecting it. And here's the thing. The judge has all the power at that. And like I was watching the contest where all they get to weigh in with the three judges to find out if the first judge was biased. Okay. Right. And they do admit that the first judge was biased, but he's biased within his right. He was allowed to do what he did. And here's the law of contention that allowed it. He could say he could believe the witness. And once the witness concurs that it may have happened, then the paper was not responsible for putting that claim out there. It becomes a viable claim and just an accusation. They don't have to prove it. So defamation can't be proved. So Johnny lost the case as soon as the judge became biased and decided to believe the victim. And that's going to happen over and over again because they said she didn't need evidence to say that she was a victim. She just needed to say she was a victim, which made the claim of abuse against her an accusation actually valid enough that the paper can't get in trouble for putting it in out there. And that was what that defamation case was about. He was pissed off that they were calling him an abuser, and just based on her statement, and he sued the paper. And Yeah, and it stood. 3 judges got together and said it's obvious he's biased. It's obvious he's taken in the the routine. But it is he's right. If he decides the victim has validation, he's allowed then to rule on it that with validation there is no defamation. That's the law. So there you go. And now they can't do a damn thing about it, because over there, once that happens, you get your one appeal. That's it. And you actually have to fight for that appeal. He had to fight like hell, right, Mandy? That took forever. He had to fight like hell just to get it appealed, because there was bias, and it was clear bias. Everybody was screaming, even in the UK, the bias, like, oh God, he's just believing anything Amber says and shooting down everything that Johnny's side comes with. And it was true. But he had to fight. He had to fight. He had to prove to a whole panel just to be able to actually get an appeal. And then, and he lost that also. Well, and so that brings us here to the United States.
Yeah. Like I said, there's a ton that we could go through at another time, because I just heard a bunch of stuff today on the legal side of the UK, and it was fascinating. So definitely more to come.
Okay, so on the timeline, we're at 2015, and we jumped ahead because of the lawsuit. Sorry about that, guys. We're just excited about this. We haven't streamed before. This is just how we talk on the phone. Like, this is what we do. Like, this is just what you do everywhere we go. So you'll have to be patient with it. We'll get better. We'll do it better next time.
Let me point out for the dipshits, it's her real voice. Okay, I heard some.
Thank you. I wasn't even. You see, I don't do that to my friends. I don't make my friends come out and
that it wasn't her voice. That's her voice on the telephone. Just
Mandy.
See, I may not be around, but I'm around. Okay, let's just get that straight.
And I keep telling them that. How the fuck do you know? Do you talk to me on the phone? Do you actually know me? Put that bullshit where it belongs, right the straight back up your ass where it came from, because it's so damn stupid. Do you know, every time it comes out of your mouth, you are getting me annoyed. I will tell you that, because you're bothering me in public chats about it. That's fucking annoying. But otherwise, ask Mandy. I'm laughing my ass off at you people. You look so sad about this shit. Why the fuck do you care so much about my voice? If it's, do what you got to do with it, because damn, it's not my problem. It really seems to be yours. It really does. Like, get off it.
We're like East Coast people. We just don't, you know what I mean? We just don't give 2 F's. And
that's right. We don't. I don't give a flying fuck. It's real. I don't.
Most people that follow my Twitter do know that I don't curse a lot.
I do. I offend her constantly.
I'm big about my kids and leaving a footprint that when they Google me years from now, they won't be like, Mom was a raging crazy person.
It was too hard.
So anyways, we'll jump
I
back
actually admire that about you, because you don't get offended when I do it all the time, as long as I'm not around the kids, which I would never do it around the kids. Just so y'all know, everything on my channel is rated like almost X. So I ain't worried about the children when I'm talking like this at all. But Mandy, thank you for that. We didn't even talk about that. Thank you.
No, it was bothering me the other day, and I was like, this is ridiculous. So
isn't it not? Maybe later we'll talk about whether I live in a basement in Australia or not, but we'll do that another time.
Yeah, and I'm Bobby the cat. All right, move on, people.
No, I know. It's just it's comical. All right, go on. Let's just take Bobby our stream back.
Let's not start that rumor. I'm not Bobby the cat. First of all, okay.
Oh no, you're not, and I'm not that. And I'm not that other account either. They're all so funny about it. Every day I'm a different account. They can't aren't I enough just being me? I mean, you barely can handle that, people. Why the hell you making me all these other people?
Yeah, we don't need 2 of you.
Shit. No. Can you imagine? Oh my God. Anybody who actually talks to me, just put that thought in your head. Can you imagine if 2 of me were talking to you at the same time? Yes, you can run now. You can run.
That would be amazing.
Oh God. Yeah. No, it wouldn't. It would be so overwhelming. I know. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, like I said, they were married in February of 2015. And here is the first thing that just blows my mind. In March of 2015, 15, there are witness statements from employees where Johnny and Amber lived that say that Elon Musk began visiting Amber Heard frequently when Johnny was out of town filming and doing band stuff. So they were married like a month before witnesses said that Elon started coming around. So, yeah.
I didn't say anything. You're proud of me.
I'm just gonna keep going. So also in March is the Australia incident, and I'm sure a lot of you know that the dogs were smuggled in. They weren't declared.
And that was Amber. Let's be clear. That was Amber Heard's team and her.
Yep.
By the way, yeah, that has been disclosed. Yep.
Amber also during this period of time is when Johnny wanted the post-nuptial agreement. They'd been married like a month. So he brought up the post-nuptial agreement. She flew into a rage. She ended up throwing a Magnum bottle of vodka at him, and his finger was severed. In that situation, she also put a cigarette out on her face. And I think it's super important to note that during that incident, Johnny had been sober from alcohol. Now, I'm not going to say he was sober from medications or cannabis, but he had been sober from alcohol for a year. After she flipped out on him, he started like chugging vodka out of the bottle, and it was ironically the bottle that she picked up and chucked at him that severed his finger.
It is. I know. It's like this girl is a hot mess. Like, I understand relationships get crazy and things get volatile and shit like that, but what I don't understand about this and what angers me about this is how she really tries to deflect her part of it completely away. Like, hey, like I wasn't even there. Like I didn't do anything. And it's so infuriating, because here's the point. It's not just Amber doing it. It's the damn media. It's the fucking studios. They just like, optics people, we need to sell this story because this is the one that's going to sell. Because Me Too is so huge. Don't you dare go against it. Well, don't you dare go against it. But you know what? Fuck that shit. You gotta use common sense. Right is right. I don't care how big your goddamn movement is. It hurts me as a woman when you do this shit. I don't care. Like, I'm not talking against Me Too. Me Too is fucking fantastic. I support it. I will go out. I did work for it. I will praise it. I will stream on it. I will tote it all the way when used appropriately. Okay. Right. When used for what it's meant for, to give the victims a voice. But to give a fake ass person trying to make them steal it and turn it into something else a voice? Hell no. Never going to support that. Nope. And going to call out anybody who does.
And I mean, there's a whole nother live we could do on another person that chose to use the Me Too movement.
Wait. Are you hinting? Wait, you hinting you might say the evil one's name on YouTube with me? Because I have to warn you. I don't know. I know I swore to you when I started my YouTube channel that I would never do it, but I've done it. And I have to tell you, it's fucking funny as hell. So if you want to come to the dark side and speak on the evil one, I'll there with you. Because I only want to do it with people who have been here from the beginning and actually know the facts and know that bitch for more than 5 years and can talk on the bitch that she is and nothing else. Like, that's how I want to do it. You know, I don't know, girl. We'll talk later. That's exciting. I just got to go drink. Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah. So basically, people using movements for their own agenda. Period.
That's right. Okay. Period. Don't do it. Like, I'm against it. Totally. Yeah. Don't do it.
Yeah. So there was another incident in March. We're talking about the month after they were married, you guys. So this is huge. It's insane. So he was actually hiding in the bathroom from her. He tries to shut the door. She's trying to get in. He accidentally scrapes her foot with the door. and feels so awful about it because he's a good person that goes to like open the door a little bit to make sure she's okay. She kicks the door, hits him in the head, the door flings open, and she just cold cocks him.
Because that's what you do when somebody's trying to apologize because you stuck your foot in the door and he accidentally hit you with it. Because that's an appropriate. This is hard, Mandy. This is so fucking hard. Because that's the fucking appropriate response, right, people? Right?
Right. For kind. Yeah.
Because that's how we do it. Because all women are like that, right? That's what we would do. Would you do that, Mandy? No.
I mean,
I know the answer. I don't even have to ask you. Would any woman in here?
No.
I mean, I've been in situations where shit happens. It might be accident or whatever. Do I respond that way? No, no. I mean, come on. That was not a normal response to that.
No,
it might. We have to keep saying allegedly because I heard her legal team comes after anybody that uses the name, so you got to keep saying allegedly. But
allegedly, I think Amber Heard.
Allegedly, yeah, allegedly. I think. Don't get me. See, this is bad because you get me going. You get me going. They're not going to be able to handle this. They're not going to be able to handle. Listen, Amber's wrong in how she addresses things. Amber is just a little bit entitled, in my humble opinion. And let's go back to the prenup, because that's where we were. Just one statement on the prenup. You are an actress, you have your own money, and now you've met someone with larger, bigger presence, more money and everything. Does she really need a prenup? Yes, they do need a prenup. If you are a smart woman, you need a prenup if you're in fucking, you got contracts, girl. I'm sure your team was telling you sign a prenup because any day, Johnny's getting older. He could lose everything and get all yours. Like, if she's fighting having a prenup, it's a nefarious reason because she should have been protecting her ass too. That just doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I mean? Like, this is a bad look. That's a bad look. That means to me, now that I see the whole picture, at the time the prenup conversation came up, I didn't see it. Now I see a nefarious plot. I see a mission. I see a step-by-step momentum happening here and used every opportunity she could to get to that end goal, which was to get everything, period. And I'm sorry that there are women like that out there. I'm sorry there are women out there with any bit of power like she has that do that shit. And so that's why I'm going to say I don't agree. And I think it makes us all look bad. And I'm going to tear her down every chance I get because she foul people. That's not right to treat anybody. If a man did it, I'd be saying the same thing. So don't get me wrong. I'm not a woman hater. I'm not a man hater. I am clearly a fucktard hater. Let's get it right.
Yeah.
I just can't stand that shit. I can't. I just can't. So, all right, go on. Where are we? I know. I'm so bad. I'm a bad man.
Yeah. In December of 2015, so multiple incidences in 2015, she alleges that Johnny Depp headbutt her, broke her ribs, her lip was busted, there were clumps of hair missing. Now, I want to specifically say that she claimed he headbutt her. So all of this alleged incident happened the day that she found out that Australia was going to investigate more about the dogs and that she was alone going to be charged. So the next day, she was then on the George Corbin show. And we will address this incident at a later time, but there is so many pictures of her smiling, smiling, laughing, no visible marks on her face or lips, jumping around. And
we've got pictures of her showing the marks, okay? And 3 hours later, the mark's not on her face. We have those photos to show you later. And comparison ones of poor Johnny. But we're not going to do that tonight because, we didn't want to Yeah, we're going to put it in the right way. We're going to try to present it so it's not so hard to look at and form a whole episode after. If I could get Mandy back, if I don't scare her off YouTube.
I need to figure out how to get headphones because it's driving me crazy that I'm having to hold my phone. But
you know what? You just get any Bluetooth that'll connect to your phone. Any Bluetooth headphones with a mic that'll connect to your phone.
I had them in and I couldn't hear. I don't know what was going on with them. Yeah.
Was your Bluetooth on?
They're just bitches.
All right, we'll talk later. It's probably phone access to the mic, but we'll talk later.
Yeah, probably. It's Mandy's lack of knowledge of access of the phone to the mic. Anywho.
It's okay. No, but you're going to learn. You'll be good. You're good. They can hear you, so it's good. It's good.
Oh, good. And so that was December 15th. December 16th, she was on the George Corbin show. December 21st, they went back to the Bahamas for Christmas. And Amber made a big mistake. She had a photo shoot while she was there. And the pictures came out later. So this was allegedly like a week after that. And if anybody has experienced DV of any kind in their life or know of anybody that has, then you know how bruises are, you know how these things work. But she has a photo shoot where she has no bruising, no cracked lips, no anything. And actually it was Johnny that was pictured in like full clothes in a hat and sunglasses at all time. Yep. That's just how it works. It's always switched. So
yep, that's what they did. And that's where I get so annoyed. Don't you, Mandy? The way the media just refused, absolutely blatantly refused to show the other side. Blatantly ignore what was going on and just play this shit up.
And it came out later. And I do have access to the video. I don't know if I sent you this one, but it did come out later that she was actually sending stuff to TMZ, but she like was cropping stuff out, like this video that she had.
Edited. It was all edited. Yep.
Yeah. So Johnny went through a lot with his mother passing away, and then he found out, well, before that, he found out that his TMG, who was supposed to be handling everything, basically defrauded him, didn't pay his taxes. So he found out all of that stuff, and he was not in a good mood. I mean, when your spouse is going through something like that, like wouldn't you do what you could to be supportive and understanding? And if they needed room, just give them room. Like as a spouse that cares about your significant other, you should be able to understand and recognize those situations. Sometimes they just need time to breathe. You don't have to be smothering. Instead, she recorded him without his knowledge, continued to egg him on, was cocky, was smartassy, just was completely rude to him. And he kind of freaked out a little bit. And that's the one that went around on TMZ where he's like slamming kitchen cabinets. Well, that one. Found out that you lost millions upon millions of dollars.
I think I'd have a fit. I think I would have said a hell of a lot more than Johnny did. I think so. You know?
Like
I think
crazy to me. So that was in December 2015. In April of 16,
and everything that I just want to say, everything that Mandy is saying from this timeline, she has sent me not one source, not two sources, but at least three sources for everything that's coming out of her mouth. So that's why I'm not like throwing up stuff and putting all these bits, because I'm telling you, it's the fact. Like we're going to be able to prove it later when we break it all down. You'll see. We'll be linking some of these videos of most pertinent issues in the description for you to follow up on. And there are other videos that I've done on it that you can go see about the legal case. But
and we're going to have to shout out. Remind me to shout out the podcast.
Oh, they're listed already. The one link that you will find down there is the Monsters podcast, which is lit. It is on ball. They're up to episode 8 already. 8. Please go. It's called The Road to Fairfax, and we support it as what would you call it? Like you, me, and Sarah with this Depp Heard thing. Like, what are we, Deppites, or what are we? I don't know. Heads? We're Depp heads. Okay. So us Depp heads, we stand this account. Like they got the facts. They have every little kernel of information you could ever want. If you do want to go into this and, have some, like Mandy and I, you sit back, Mandy's got a bowl, I got a bottle of wine, we're sitting here, we're chatting about Depp. We do it often because we're frustrated about this. We want to see justice done. And there's just so much. But if you want to get into it that bad, go to that podcast at least, because that is where you're going to get every single deed you could possibly want, and it's every single one.
Yeah.
And, Thank you, Kelly. Kelly listening. She's listing all my other stream. It is so. I have to say, it is so nice when you have support for what you do out here on YouTube. It keeps you here. So thank you, Kelly. Anyway, go on. Yeah. Where are we? Are you tired of talking? You want me to take some, or are you good? I love listening to you talk about it because I just get to joke, and that's my favorite part.
I'm good. We're like over halfway through, I think. But then we get like blah 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 blah. So the birthday incident. So he had found out previously about the being defrauded by his company thing, but he had just had a meeting the night that they were doing the birthday. So obviously he wasn't in the greatest of moods. He came back. He wasn't really in the mood for her birthday party. It was all her friends. So he goes upstairs and goes to bed after everybody leaves. And he's in bed reading a book. And she got enraged that he wasn't more of what she expected on her birthday. So she repeatedly punched him in the face. We have pictures. There is proof. Allegedly, I don't BS about this. This is serious to me. So we have pictures. She ended up throwing Johnny Depp's phone and wallet off the balcony of the penthouse. And fun fact, I just had to add this in because it kind of did make me laugh, is the security guard found the phone with the homeless guy. And I thought that was kind of funny. I don't know why. It's like some homeless dude has Johnny Depp's phone in his hand. I don't know.
It was good. It was good.
Like, I'm sure it was locked, but I don't know. That just entertains me for some reason.
It is amusing. I'm with you, girl. I get it.
So that was April 21st. April 22nd is when Kevin Murphy, actually the housekeeper, found the feces on the bed. And if I recall, let me look at the names. I think it was something atheist. That was in your chat earlier.
Oh, native atheist is in my chat.
Yes, actually pointed that out, that Johnny Depp was over, after the feces, and he's very accurate.
And I don't blame you. I'm telling you, listen, and we had this discussion of mayhem about a person shitting on another person. Anyway, it was a whole long, I don't know if you heard it, Mandy, but it went on for a long time. Like, I lose myself with that kind of stuff. Like, if you shit in my bed, I assure you, I'm Depping too. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Right. Like, that's the most passive aggressive, I can't be a grown-up statement I've ever heard in my life. Like, this is why I say entitled little brat. Is that really? That's what you do instead of a conversation? That really? Let her be known for it. That's all I say. If you're gonna, me, you show your ugly ass, man. Don't expect me not to point and laugh. I'm gonna. Right. That was. I agree with you. That was it. Would you stay? I wouldn't even talk to them about it. Like, that's a statement. Like that. I'm just Talk about shutting down a conversation, right?
Back in the day, I was a lot feistier than I am now.
You're so much younger than me, too, back in the day. You make me feel like I'm
probably would have taken that shit and rubbed it all over the interior of her Mustang back in the day. I'm a little more chill now.
You are so much more kinder than I am. I had other plans. They were more personal, but I digress. They were just a little bit more young. Like, if I go like back in the day, like say younger, I know this is not appropriate behavior. Or back in, I would have jerseyed her. I would have jerseyed her ass with that shit. Like, she would not have gone out of that place covered in shit. Like, she would have worn that shit, ate that shit, that shit was hers and she was going to own it, period.
Right.
That was it. No, but it's funny, but we're grown-ups now. We don't act like Amber.
No, we don't.
No.
You don't behave in such a way. How dare you even consider?
No, I'm sorry, Mandy. Oh my God, don't come for me, girl. Let's be brutal. Don't come for me.
That was
I'd
funny.
be scared.
Anywho, so they found the feces in the bed, and Amber Heard was at Coachella. She went to Coachella with her friends after he allegedly beat her up the day before.
Because she was so traumatized. She was so upset.
The trauma. Yeah, she's traumatized.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's not fun. It's not fun to make fun of victims, allegedly. But I digress. I am that fucking asshole. I'm doing it. I'm sorry. I'm not even apologizing anymore. If you can't take it, exit stage left, because I do not, in all honesty, I can only act this way because clearly, and as you can see by how I'm talking, I do not see a victim here. If you find one, show it to me. Bring it to me. I'll
there
look.
is one.
Yeah, but it ain't her. So I'm gonna say I am gonna say all this shit. Sorry. And I don't mean to offend anybody. I'm not victim blaming. I do not see a victim. There you go.
Right.
Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
She really did that. Put people on the yes.
It was the next day.
She really did. Yep.
Yeah.
So
she did. Make that make sense, Chief. Like, come on, like, girl, really? Like, oh my God. Like, really, like that one blows me away.
Yeah. So Kirsten, I'm going to answer you because I do see you. So yes, absolutely. April 21st of 2016 was when they had the issue. It was the night of her birthday. She was very upset. The next day he got up and left. She got up and went to Coachella, and that's when I'm so upset that I can't remember her name, you guys. Hold on a second.
Her friend. I'm trying to. Why do I forget the other?
Because the housekeeper plays a big role.
All right. Well, anyway, you can just say the housekeeper, because when they go and look at the podcast, they'll get the name. They'll get everything. They'll get everything in the future. So don't drive yourself crazy.
Got it. And then they called Kevin Murphy, who was the estate manager, and took pictures. Blah blah blah. So that's when that happened.
Yep.
Okay, because that was April 22nd, May 20th. Johnny Depp's mother passed away. Her name was Betty Sue Palmer. I just wanted to say that because they were
it was a sad time. They were, and it was feel bad for him to go through all these and that at the same time.
Yeah, really hard time for him when he just found out that he lost all that money and then that. So that was on May 20th. So the day after she passed away, which was May 21st of 2016, apparently Johnny had had enough. He was getting ready to go out of town to go to the UK, I believe, to tour with his band. He was going to stop by there and just say, I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving, blah, blah, blah. So the allegation is that Amber stated that Johnny threw a phone at her face, took a Magnum bottle, and smashed up everything in multiple penthouses. She stated there was wine in the hallway, vandalized property. Something that jumped out at me. So the two security guards were outside the penthouse listening. And at one point, Amber apparently screamed, "Stop hitting me, Johnny." So they went running in there, and Johnny was like 20 feet from her, standing in the kitchen. And
I know he's like
in the living room. Yeah. So she was setting all of this up, in my opinion, allegedly.
Right. Allegedly, we're just looking at it.
Setting
stop
in place.
Well, it is at least misinformation, because her statement wasn't "stop hitting me from 20 feet away," Johnny.
Right.
In my humble opinion. But anyway, so so there you go.
So that was the final straw. Police were called. There's a bunch of interesting stuff. That's a whole nother story. So police were called. There is body cam footage. if we're not going to get into it too much, I'm going to just keep kind of continuing, and maybe that's one we'll focus on because that was the final straw for everything. So the next one is May 22nd, which is the night after this alleged incident. There is video of James Franco coming up on the penthouse elevator at 11 p.m. There's no visible signs of anything on Amber's face, like she had been in any sort of altercation. And then again, why is James Franco coming up the night after you have a fight with your husband at 11 o'clock in the elevator that only leads to Johnny's penthouse? And there's some cuddling going on. I think that's really shady. I don't like cheaters either. So,
But that's a whole nother issue. Yeah.
Yeah, a whole nother issue. The next day, she goes to a friend's birthday party. There's pictures showing nothing on her face. She files for divorce, has her lawyer send an extortion letter to Johnny's team. The extortion letter had a 4-day deadline, basically $50,000 a month. There's way more than that. The Range Rover, multiple penthouses that, mind you, herself and her friends and her sister at one time all lived in for free on Johnny's dime. So the extortion stuff started. They basically, Johnny's team said, you can eat my whatever. Amber texts Johnny blaming the lawyers for the abuse and extortion hoax, begs for him back. When that wouldn't work, they pushed the extortion thing. When that wouldn't work, she files on May 27th for a temporary restraining order and comes out the courtroom with a bruise on her face, which is the picture of all pictures for the bullshit train to start rolling down the hill. So that's where we are. I see a question from Noelle.
Yeah, about Franco.
So James Franco's deposition, I believe, was supposed to be last week or the week before. Definitely, I think it was the end of January was supposed to be his deposition, as well as Elon Musk.
Yep, they fought it though. You know, Amber's team spent quite some time fighting that, didn't they, Mandy? Getting these guys, trying to fight them going forward. And actually got motioned that they have to give the depots. They have to. So.
Yeah, she has filed 4 different times to have the case thrown out. She has filed 7 or 8 different witness statements because every time new evidence comes out that she finds that she's perjured herself in the past, she then has to come out with a new witness statement and say, oh, I was wrong. I thought about it. The date was actually blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean?
She's had to correct herself more times here than I can take my red pen to Twitter. Like, it's that bad. It's that bad, people. Like, it's terrible.
Right.
How do you feel,
Yeah.
Since we're talking legal about those depots, because that's current, how do you feel about the technology warrant that went through? She tried to fight like hell for that. And they actually have all her technology now, which means they're going to be able to prove the makeup pictures, the metadata and the makeup.
Yeah.
The metadata is there. They're going to be able to prove the date of, there's this scenario where she looks one way at this point, and then 4 hours later looks this way. But the police never saw her look that way when they showed up at her apartment. And of course, she had a meeting with her friend who's a makeup artist during that time. And so we're interested to find out the metadata of the actual timing of the photos being taken, because her statement was that she looked like that when the police were there. But the photo is definitely going to be 4 hours later, based on the timeline that Mandy and I are looking at when she actually met up with 4 or 5 hours later. And this is why I got so excited when the technology, she couldn't fight them taking her phone and all the old stuff,
Right.
And normally in these kind of cases, you get a letter ahead of time telling you to preserve all the evidence, whether we ask for it or not, including all your phones, electronic devices, and all that other shit. especially when you're talking about how you talked about another person and what kind of messages you were sending to people about another person. So I'm sure that letter went out. So hopefully she didn't delete this stuff. And if she did, they're just going to go to the makeup artist and they're just going to try to find it. And
no, they already have.
They have the pictures. They have the pictures.
Yeah, they've processed a lot of the metadata now, and
Mhm.
I think it was. Let me think about this for a second. Stevie J.
Mm-hmm.
He has a channel also that I sent the link to you. I think him and Les, who's a woman that runs another channel, were talking about it recently. The results of the inconsistencies of the metadata on them. So fascinating.
Yep, because it gets all technical. It not only is it very legally involved, it gets all technically involved. She was a little girl playing in a big world to make a story, and it's just all falling apart on her now.
Yeah.
And I can't say I'm not really pleased to see it. I'm just
Right.
I want her to lose. And then wouldn't it be a mic drop if she loses, right? And Johnny could get all the money, get everything, do whatever he wants, like he could sue, and then he just doesn't even take a dime and just drops the mic and says it was all just about showing you for the entitled little bitch you are, girl. Boo.
Yeah.
I would love it. Please, Johnny, quote me. Like, do it. I know you don't need the money, but if you need the money because she did ruin your life and stole your contracts, I get it. You might want the money, go for it. But that would be brilliant. I mean, you just turn that gold digger's ass upside down. You know.
Well, allegedly.
Okay, you caught me. I forgot to say allegedly. The alleged gold digger. Okay, I digress. Turn that alleged gold digger's ass upside down. Sorry.
She's
not
people
sorry.
canceled for less. Like, this bitch is crazy. I mean,
It's crazy. Yeah. It's like
crazy.
there's not even a word for how I would tag that.
I mean,
if I needed to come up with one word, I could not. Could you? I'm just curious. It's an exercise in chat. Can you come up with one word to describe Amber Heard and what she's doing here? Because I can't. I can't.
Right.
So where are we now?
So
you tired? You want no?
I'm perfectly fine.
Good. I know you are perfectly fine. Go on. Go on with you. I'm just checking it. They remind me, I'm a YouTuber now. I'm supposed to do that shit. Like if we were in a phone, if we were talking, I would never do it. But I'm a YouTuber. I'm supposed to do it. So
I do like Ratchet.
I like Ratchet. I like Foul. I like Entitled. I would use all of those in the same sentence because I can't decide. I can't narrow it down. They're all good. You're all good. Yeah, you're all good. Carry on. Go on.
So I'm going to just remind everybody that he was out of the country touring. And I wanted to point out something that really jumped out at me the other day. So there were pictures on, so they had just separated, right? Separated. So there were, in June of 2016, when Johnny was out of the country, there were some photos taken of her just like by paparazzi where she had visible marks on her face. She had a bruise on the left side, not the right side of her face. She had finger marks on her neck. And I noted to myself when I was typing this out, like, why is this important? Well, it's important in my mind when I'm trying to put like all the pieces together because Johnny was out of the country, but she was having overnight interactions with Elon. And according to testimony from staff, there were a lot of visits between May 28th and the first week of June. Well, Johnny left on hold on, let me go back a page.
Well, we just know he wasn't there. He wasn't there.
Yeah, he was gone.
He wasn't there. He was gone.
And there were also some other allegations of abuse between Elon and Amber that came out like 2017. There was also a crazy legal battle. I don't know if people know this between Elon and Amber. They had, I guess, what they do, freeze eggs or freeze sperm or did something. They froze something.
Yes.
And they broke up and weren't getting along, and Elon wanted them destroyed. So there was some sort of legal battle, but I hear, whatever. So
he didn't want to have anything to do with her anymore, so he wanted to make sure she couldn't use his sperm. That's all it was.
oh my God, that comment's hilarious. Okay, so in August of 2016, a $7.5 million settlement was concluded. $3,500 or yeah, $3.5 million was supposed to go to CHLA, so the Children's Hospital of LA, and the other 3.5 was supposed to go to the ACLU. If you followed any of this, those people have not gotten their money. So that's a whole nother thing that's coming out in court right now. So with the divorce, there was an NDA signed that they were not to speak of each other, anything like that. In December of 2018, Amber writes an op-ed for the Washington Post, even though she never specifically names Johnny. Everybody knew it was about Johnny.
Right.
4 days later, he was fired by Disney. March of 2019 is when he actually filed in Virginia against Amber Heard. And a lot of people ask why Virginia, it's because that's where the paper is. Go ahead. I'm having a brain lapse. What's it called?
That is where the business part of the paper is actually located, like the franchise office. Is that it?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
That is where one of their main franchise offices is where they're incorporated. There it is. We pulled it out. There you go.
Because she tried to get it thrown out for jurisdiction, and they ended up being.
If you go, no matter how many offices they are, as a point of legal point here that Mandy and I are familiar with, for jurisdiction, if you're talking about a company that has multiple offices, like even all over the world, go where their ass was incorporated in that country, and you can't get thrown out for jurisdiction.
Well, and I think Johnny wanted it there because they have some really good laws in Virginia.
Well, it worked for him. For him. He had other options, but it is working for him because she's having a hard time. She is having a hard time.
We like that she's uncomfortable.
We're enjoying it just a bit.
In July of 2020, the UK trial started. November 7th, Johnny lost. November 28th or 25th, he actually lost right to appeal it. And again, in March of 2021, he was again denied permission to appeal by the court in London. So that took up about a year. So after
look at this, Mandy. Look at that. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but look at that. Look what she just posted.
I will come with you, girl. Like, this is like 2 months. Scooch
over, like you'll have company. I'm telling you, you know what? I always said I wouldn't put a live trial on YouTube, but girls, if you go, you're gonna be my women on the street. Put your asses right up here.
So amazing.
I'm writing the contracts right now. We're getting an exclusive. Well, anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt you again. That's so rude, but that was funny.
No.
Like my eyes lit up. Like, whoo! Mandy needs to know that.
And okay, so November 25th, he lost the right to appeal. And November 6th of 2020, he resigned from Fantastic Beasts. Johnny resigned because he's pretty close. I'm so tired. I'm sorry. I worked all day today.
No, go ahead.
What's her name?
Take your time.
Who wrote the Fantastic Beasts? You guys, come on in the chat.
Oh God. Yeah. Why am I now? You got me drawing a blank. We all know who it is. She's blonde. She's in the UK. Oh, Rowlands, J.K. Rowlands.
J.K.
Okay,
Rowling.
yeah, okay.
So
I only know that because I did a tweet yesterday. I was pissed at her because like she did Harry Potter, but she's against LGBTQ rights. Like she's a pedant. Yeah. Sorry, sorry, not sorry. But there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Because they were close. Thank you, Cheap Glass. Because they were close. He just resigned. So that's through November 6th of 2020. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot. And if you are at all interested, I would definitely suggest looking at those links that Claire dropped, because
that is a hot podcast. We cannot tout it loud enough, Mandy and I. Like it's great.
No.
It's great.
And the coolest thing about this podcast is, like, for me, I listen to a lot of stuff when I'm at work, unfortunately, so I have to like be paying attention a little to what I'm doing. If you were to listen to the podcast and have Twitter open at the same time and go over to the website, Movie Myths and Monsters, and follow, they put the court documents, they put witness statements, they put everything on there. So everything that's being talked about is being backed up with information. There's a lot that's gone on in all of this stupid stuff. Like, Adam Waldman is Johnny Depp's attorney, has been his attorney for years. He was posting court documents on Twitter. Twitter booted him, suspended him for life, like suspended him forever. But if you start doing some digging, you find out that Elon Musk has a relationship with Susan, whatever, of Twitter. I mean, we could do this for days about how high power things are, and people that have a lot of money can trickle down and, you know, affect news, affect the information that's getting put out there. It happens all the time. It's just unfortunate that it's happening with someone's life. And these are the things that are like near and dear to me, because it really bothers me when stuff like this goes down a lot.
It does. I'm trying to rename the full name of the podcast. I know the actual series they're doing is The Road to Fairfax. It's Monster what? It's
Movie Myths and Monsters.
Movies, Mess, and Monsters. There you go. And I did link it in the description. But the actual one on there that you want, if there's more, is The Road to Fairfax. It is just about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. It's great. But somebody asked in the chat. Yep. And they do like so much. I can't, but there's just so much here, Mandy. There's so much here. Yeah. There's way too much. Like, Amber's just hitting all my boxes of anger. I mean, even when you brought up JK, I'm like, what?
I'm too pissed.
Yeah, and I realized that I always try to remember something with a visual. So what do I say? Okay, JK, blonde
hair. I know.
But that is just the visual I assigned to her, like to remember her. It should have been pedant, but there's too many of those. Like, I would have got overwhelmed with the visuals. all the damn pedants in the world. But anyway,
right. So I wanted to say, because I think something that a lot of people did see in the media, and I wrote some notes down today to remind myself. So even though their divorce settlement was $3.5 million that she was supposed to donate, she said she was going to donate. She made a comment on multiple locations that she donated, past tense, please see that, the $7 million, which she just hasn't done. But here's some not fun facts I learned today. So it was $7 million, but that $7 million was tax-free. Johnny also had to pay her legal fees in the amount of $525,000. And pay all her current liabilities. So all of her shoes, purses, clothes, first edition books, the Mustang, all the work on the car that was done, He paid for all of that. He got her out of all of her liabilities, and they were married for 15 months. Let that sink in.
I know. And she got a great deal. She did. So why did she need to take her career too? Why?
Right.
Why wasn't that enough? What does that say about a person, really?
Right.
Yeah. That's it. You know what it is? He doesn't want anything to do with her. There's no second chances. Like there's no more around the pinky, you know? Like
right.
it's all, you know, I'm getting that kind of vibe. Like some women, they just, once their claws are in, you're theirs forever. You know, don't you dare walk away. But because it wasn't enough. And I don't understand that. That was a lot. And when you say pre-tax, who do you think pays the tax? It's not like the IRS is going to give it a pass and nobody owes it. Johnny had to pay that. So it's on top of the $7 million. All of that, all the taxes on top, you know. And it is frustrating when these things happen. So I get mad when people say, like, you know, can you believe that they actually, besides my voice, they call me a man hater out there? Can you imagine? I know, it's shocking. Don't fall out of your chair.
No,
it's true. Can you believe it? Me who go. No, we're not, man. We're not. I am fucktard haters. Yeah, liars, misinformation, hijacking movements. Yeah, bullshit avoiders, not owning your own shit. Don't like that. But I usually give a lot of grace, right? I mean, even if you're being the worst asshole on the planet, I'll give you grace. Just do it over there. Don't drop it at my feet. If you drop it at my feet, you got a problem. But you could be whatever you want over there. Do whatever you want. You know, freedom. Everybody has a right to do whatever they want. I believe in all that. Just don't drop it at my feet. And I just took it really personal when she hijacked this movement. Like I got invested. In a big way.
Well, and I mean, we can get into it more. I see we've got a little bit of time, so I'll just run off some random information in my head.
Yes, do you, girl. Go ahead. I'm going to be quiet.
We all know that she jumped on the Me Too movement. Okay. A big part of all of those movements that were going on was Roberta Kaplan. So Roberta Kaplan is a lawyer, and she also is big with the different movements for women going on in the country. So completely backed Amber, all of that. Doing some digging, there's some stuff that comes out that is extremely political, and I hate that because I don't think that movements or the ACLU or things like that should be backed by anything political, because then it gets muddy. There's no reason for it. When the audio came out that I sent you all those pictures of today, from Incredibly Average, where Amber admitted to the abuse. Admitted multiple times
that she did it. No, let's be clear. Admitted that she was the abuser. Let's be clear.
Yes.
She admitted that 9 out of 10 times it wasn't Johnny. She finally said it. Okay.
Right.
There you go.
And then, no, you're great. And then, so Roberta Kaplan stepped back, right?
As she should. With common sense and wanted to keep her legal career. Like throw that to the side. No, I'm sorry, I digress. Go ahead. Yeah. I can't help it, girl. I just can't. It's just the visuals. The visuals.
But like a month and a half ago, I don't know what sort of information you guys follow. I follow a lot of different stuff. But then a month and a half ago, it came out that Roberta Kaplan was also backing Cuomo. So
I got that's a whole nother I got it. Don't take me there. Don't take me there.
She ended up stepping down in her role with these movements because of connections that she had. So again,
wasn't she actually instrumental in getting Amber's voice in the Me Too movement to be, what do you call that? A diplomat? What do you call that when you're a representative?
She is an ambassador.
Yeah. she was an ambassador. It was
Yes.
Kaplan's fault that she got that. Like, she advocated for it. She pushed for it politically to make it better when they went to court, which is a very smart move as a lawyer. I give her credit for being a really fucking smart lawyer, but damn, she should have checked it a little bit farther because they hijacked the whole movement. They actually gave this woman an ambassadorship for the movement. Like, that to me is insanity. If you can see what's going on, and it is Kaplan's fault. So I want to see her take a hit for that a little bit.
Yeah.
But
cheap glass. Let me just tell you, I will not buy it. I will not support it in any way. I will not be going to the movie. I saw you popped up. Okay, I will not be going to Aquaman 2. I will not support.
And I freaking love.
Yeah,
I love him. I love him. But dude, and he broke up with his wife. Oh, that's a whole nother thing.
And it's a whole nother thing because you hear the rumors about him and Amber Heard.
I'm so disgusted now. Okay. I don't care. You were such a nice guy. I can't believe you fell for it. I'm so disheartened. Like, my world is upside down.
Let's do the rumor and speculation mill. So allegedly, in my opinion,
girl, is he away from his wife?
There has been information that's come out.
Did he do 2 movies with that pearl clutching little hussy? Yes. Come on. You might as well. Don't even. Don't like the. No. Obvious is obvious. Sometimes the simplest answer is the answer. Sometimes the obvious thing you see is exactly what it is, and I'm sticking with that. There. I'm very disappointed in him.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Me too. Mm-hmm. I'm intrigued to see how that all plays out.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Well, she's a decent woman, so she ain't gonna ream him because they have children. But I hope he changes his mind and goes back and kisses his wife's feet because damn, dude, like I don't care. I don't care how hot it is. Tap it once, tap it twice, go back where you belong. Fuck that shit. Be a man. Like, walk away. Or you deserve what you're going to get. Happy lawsuit time. I'll see you there. I'll be following that case too, dude, because you're going to get one too. Don't even think you're special. No. Okay. Anyway, I'm done. I'm sorry. I know this is just like when we talk about this. We didn't get to talk. So oh yeah. I know. And
Jamie, it is unfortunate. It's unfortunate in all aspects of it because when things like this happen, well, first and foremost, and I sent some information to Claire earlier today from the CDC. Yes, I understand. How much can you trust the CDC? I don't know. Whatever.
I know. We're trying, but give it 50-50 at least. We won't go there.
About statistics of domestic abuse against men because the sad part is that we just don't know. And I'll enlighten you all a little bit to why this is very important to me, but I'm not going to tell my husband's story. It's not my place to tell the story.
No, but let's just say that both Mandy and I truly are aware that domestic violence against men exists and it's wrong. And if it happens to them the way it happens to women, that video that I played was for everybody. It wasn't just women. Yeah. It was for every freaking one of you that have to go through with it, verbal or physical or any kind of abuse. Because, you know, half a brain here, people. All you need is fucking half a brain to know that it's not special to just one person. It just happens. It is a human thing. It happens to us all in some way. And I'm saying that, like, there is a definite disparaging in how much the male part of it gets documented because everybody just looks at you side and goes, yeah, right. Like, you're twice the size of her. Like, it's not true. Verbal abuse, especially, which let's just call the queen Amber on the verbal abuse. That was some hot shit. That girl verbal abused the hell out of Johnny every chance she got. Those video calls and everything, if you don't hear it, if you don't see it, she's trying to put his dick in a drawer every chance she gets. I'm telling you, like, she's awful to him.
The
Absolutely
yeah,
awful to him.
the
Yeah, and
epitome of manipulation. It's
absolutely.
it's
It absolutely.
insane the things that she said to him. Insane.
Exactly. She's not right. She needs therapy. I hope she gets help. I want her to be a better person. I don't like obviously, I really detest, I can't even say I don't like, I really detest the representation of who she actually is right now, what I see. And so I hope she gets help, because I think, everybody deserves to be a little bit better if she's going to be here on this planet. I don't want her
Yeah.
damaging anybody else, she needs help. She just,
Right.
she just, she already is.
Digital demonic Davros.
Mhm. Yep,
Um,
I'm just pulling it. How'd you know? I was just going for that one. There you go.
is that the one right there that you pulled? Yeah.
That is,
Um,
it's digital. Yep.
two things. I'm psyched if you actually did buy Savage, because I think the thing that eats Amber's ass more than anything in the world is Johnny
Hmm.
succeeding.
That's right.
So the
Hmm.
fact that Savage has sold off the shelves, the fact that he has done some really amazing films, and finally
Hmm.
they're allowing the film that he did to come to the United States. That's amazing.
Hmm.
He just started a new foundation. I did give
Hmm.
Claire all of the information.
Yep. I'm going to be linking it. He's got a
Yep.
whole new thing he's into
Yep.
that you guys can check out. I
Please go
just,
follow his Twitter. If you're on Twitter, if you're on Instagram, follow his Instagram, because
they
the
have a
most
they have a new Discord too, but they're only letting a certain amount of people in at a time because he's
yes,
getting
they like
flooded.
broke
They
Discord last week.
Because they broke it. I got to tell you, you know how we're all having trouble with Discord? I kind of knew it might be related because I've been working, trying to get back into that group, and like they only do it in sections. They're breaking Discord. Johnny Depp's Discord is doing it. Sorry, not sorry. But this
Right.
organization is going to be hot. It's going to be lit. It is something you may or may not want to get involved in, but he does have a good cause there. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to let you check it out on your own because I don't want to lead you. Because, I'm biased against Amber and all. I don't want her to come from me with a legal suit. But that would be fun. Would you cover it for me, Mandy? Would you be... If Amber sues me and I can't talk, will you come on my channel and cover it for me? Because that's going to be lit.
I will. Because the thing that people like Amber hate the most is
truth? I'm sorry.
oh shit.
What you think it's fucking truth? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That too.
Did you? Yeah.
She just hates to see and we know people like this, people happy, people succeeding, people doing well.
Oh, Jelly Belly. Yeah.
She has gone after God, she went after that umbrella guy. Who
she is, you know what? That's why I was getting the warning, because every time he puts up anything that has her name in it, he's getting it taken down. That's why they were like coming at me, telling me to be careful saying her name. And that's why, the bear never listens and likes a good fight. That's why I've said her name like 9,784,000 times. There's the number for you, Amber. Come on. But what are they gonna do? It's a name. Like, own your shit.
You're a bot, and you know people in Russia. That's what she says about everyone.
No, the first thing they're gonna say is like, damn, she's not 20. I do own that. You're not gonna be able to sue me for it. I know I'm not 20. Okay. Then they're gonna say it's not her voice. She lives in a basement in Australia. She's not really from Jersey. It just so much.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wait. Mm-hmm. Oh wait, and the best thing is that my hot little avatar is catfishing the whole internet. Did you all know that? Like,
that's insane.
That's fucking. What is my? It's people are just stupid. You can't fix stupid either. You just gotta laugh at it. Like, you can't fix stupid. Like, man, it's too much. Which one?
Tina's Crazy Life, the last one. She absolutely did do that. She was asking to subpoena Twitter for hundreds of counts, to try to get people's personal information because she thought that Adam Waldman, Johnny Depp's attorney, had connections with Russia and were creating these bots
Mm-hmm.
to come after her, apparently, allegedly. So, yeah, the judge denied that one for sure.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Yep. And that's it. And I'm glad he did too, because common sense judge, right? Common sense judge. Like he's trying to deal with all this stuff back and forth, which he does think is crazy. I agree.
There's a really, really, the first judge that was assigned to the case in Virginia actually retired.
Mm-hmm.
So the judge that they have now is really, really, really good, actually.
Mm-hmm. I actually like him because he's fair. He's dealing with a lot of crap. There's a lot of crap coming through here, and he's trying to keep cool about it, right? Like he's trying to be a little reasonable and not go from one side or the other. But the paperwork is getting to be a bit much. He's getting, you could tell by some words in the last motion, he was getting a little snarky. Something about over filing and misnumbering and things like that. Like he was getting a little testy. I could tell. Yeah.
They've actually sanctioned Amber already multiple times.
And she deserved it. Because you can't put. Here's the thing: it's legal, it's serious. Have some respect for this. That's the thing about Amber. We'll go all the way back to the dog thing in Australia. Her absolutely blatant "I am above whatever everybody else has to do" attitude got her in hot water over there because she just decided she didn't have to claim the dogs. She brought them in anyway because she wanted the dogs. They didn't follow the paperwork, didn't do it. And they knew about it ahead of time. She just didn't do it, because she got it like that, right? She got it like that. And then is whining like a bitch afterwards because she got called out on it. Like, stop. And the same thing with this legal. She files something. Right? They don't check it for dates. They don't check it for facts. They don't whatever. And then a couple of months later, she got to retract the whole thing and refile it. That should not happen in the legal system. This is serious. If you're going to put something down with an oath, every time you submit to the court, it's a goddamn oath. You are swearing it's the truth with every piece of paper that you send in.
Right.
Every fact that you state, you are standing behind it. Okay? And she's like, oops, wrong date. Oops, that didn't happen. Oops, that's not what he said. This is not looking good for Amber.
No, it's not.
No.
And I will say, I'm going to plug this channel because I know we all watch it, and I think.
Go. Plug, and then I'll list it. I'll list it down below.
Observe.
Oh yeah, so good.
We all know he did a really, really, really good one on her UK deposition.
I'll put that video link down there for
you. Did you watch that one? It was.
Wait, did you just ask me if I watched that one?
I forgot who I was talking to.
Did you forget who the fuck you were talking? Okay, go on. I know it's funny. We do it all the time. Of course I did.
I just figured with the fact that you bought for 700 channels, I don't know.
Oh, no, not more. No. They all convinced me I'm a real YouTuber now. I have to only mod for 500. I've narrowed it down, Mandy. Just my favorites, all my loves, I'm always going to mod for Erin. I don't care what the hell she does. I've been with her since day one. Even though she never tells me when she's up, and she keeps me up till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. When she mods, the streams, pops it up to me. But at least I have that schedule, so I do it. And I don't complain because, if she needs me, I'm there.
I don't know how to say her name. Is it Shyla?
Shyla Messiart? Yes.
Shyla Messiart. I started following you a couple weeks ago. I've been in the community for 3 years, but I sort of backed away from a lot of the crazy going on.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, your art is absolutely beautiful. I just want you to know that. What was it? Some lips the other day, I think I saw. But I'm on lockdown, so I'll have one of my girls, either Pickle or Claire, maybe
I'll send you her link. I'll send it to you.
I would love it if you would follow me back so you can see if I comment on how beautiful your pictures are.
That would be cool because, Charlie's been through some shit too, and
Yep. I
as
know.
we all know, enough is enough, and we don't get into details because we don't mention the names of pedants, assholes, and fucktards here. We just call them what they are, fucktards.
Yeah, we're just we're not going to engage with the abuse.
Because shit is Mandy believes like I do. Shit stays where it happens.
Yep. I have no time for that. No,
I got no time for that. But am I going to fight against that it's happening? Abso-fucking-lutely. Every goddamn day. I'm tired, just like everybody else.
I know.
But just know we support you. You may not see us on your thread saying the hell to the yeah. You'll see a like here and there. You'll hear us giving the message out. Just know we support this community. You want to be a community? You want to fly right? And not do the fucktard shit? We're all here for you. We are here for you.
Yep.
And
I see what they're talking about, Claire. Did you see Aaron's short?
Are you kidding? I was the first one that's how I woke up this morning. Let me tell you. Do you mind if I speak on that, or do you want to speak on it first?
No, I want you to speak on it because I died.
Okay. I died
out loud at work.
All right. So hold on to your shorts if you're wearing them, people, because I cannot contain myself with this shit. But let me just say this. First of all, the reason the word is woman, okay, just take it apart for a minute. Because if you are going to fail at showing how it's done, I can guarantee a woman's going to come out there and show you how to fucking do it. And that is what Erin did. She took that whole narrative of that pedant, fucktard, whatever you call it over there. I don't have a name for it. I can't decide on one word, okay, for that. She took the way they speak, the way they aggress people, the way they do it, and she did it better than they did. I'm sorry. Hands down, owned his ass. Owned it. Put his balls in a drawer and left them there for somebody else. Done and dusted. Thank you, Erin. This is why I love you, boo. She was brilliant. I'm sorry. That's my opinion on it. Everybody knows. Yes. She nailed him. And thank you, Mocking, for the meme. Nice to know you agreed. Nice to know you saw it. I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, fuck it. I want to see memes all over the place on these, because you don't get to show your ugly ass like that and think that someone that actually has intelligence, can do improv, has humor, which the other one doesn't. I don't know where they left it, flushed it, whatever, but they don't have a fucking sense of humor. And they have a thin skin. Erin can take it. Don't fuck with Erin unless you want to get your ass owned. People are stupid. You can have your opinion, but don't come for her and think she's not going to show you what it's like. She did it better than you. What are you going to do now? What the fuck? What pisses me off is she had backed off. She had said, not my fight. I'm leaving it alone. I'm out of here.
She did.
And what do? You tag her back in. You deserve everything you get. I hope that. I'm just laughing. Because that's all I can do. Because she owned it. She owned it. She did it. And I can imagine she was pissed because she wasn't tagged in. She had said, let's leave it alone. Whatever. And they got to tag her back in. I would be pissed too. But this is why I asked her to marry me on Twitter, and she agreed a while ago. I would marry that bitch in a second because she fuck. I want to be. I want to be fucking Erin when I grow up. I stand the girls, and she didn't put a TRO on me, by the way, Mocking. She can take it. She can take it. Just saying.
You have so many. You're gonna have so many Twitter restraining orders by the time this is all done.
I do. I mean, well, if you've seen my Twitter, I'm known for it. Definitely put a ball gag in Puddle once and probably attacked him with a dildo on Twitter. So there you go. I mean, I'm known for it, for sure. But when I think you are all that in a bag of chips, as Mandy knows, sorry, I get tongue-tied. I'm looking in the chat at other names, and I am, when I actually feel it's like a real thing. If I recognize talent, I can't help but sing it out because creativity means a lot to me. people out there having the freedom to be able to express who they are and use their goddamn gifts. I want people to recognize how rare that is to have an actual gift to do that. Okay.
Right.
Not we all don't have it, you know, and it's usually the people who don't have it that are trying to tear it down. So I ask you to take it back, because it don't belong to you. It don't belong to the viewer. It belongs to the creator. Art and what we do belongs to the creator, not you. You just get to see it. We're giving it to you, you know, they're giving it to you. You know, be careful, you know, in what you do about it. You know, you don't have to love it, but you don't have to tear it down either, do you? You know, because you're not really doing anything by doing that. But I can't help but stand people, and good people, real people like Mandy, my girl here, who knows everything. She is the Depp guru. We're just going to call her that on Twitter from now on. She's the Depp guru, because
I'm totally changing my handle now.
Yeah, would you? It's not Mrs. Dolan. It's Mrs. Can you just be Mrs. Depp, the guru? Go ahead. I dare you. She Mrs. Depp.
You know, I just
she got it.
Yeah, something that is just amazing. When I say this is a big deal to me, you guys, this is a big deal to me. And I've been following him for whatever, as long as I can remember. He's older than me, so I remember him forever. But the really super, super cool part about it is I was talking to my daughters recently, and they know Johnny Depp. My daughter was watching Alice, the Alice Through the Looking Glass the other day, and
fucking Tim Burton,
I was like, he's an icon. He's been around now for so long, and the fact that all, like, where we are now is he just wants his name back, even to this day, with all of the information that's out there. Today I googled video clip of Johnny Depp going off, because I wanted to see for myself what it would pull up, and I had to do some serious digging for it to give me the full length version, where you actually saw her setting up the camera and you saw her laugh.
The one that we saw, that she was actually setting him up, because the full video clearly shows that, because she's not hiding it. She's like, oh, look, like, you know.
Right. So it's still, the unfortunate part is all of this bad shit is still out there, and I don't know. It's just upsetting.
And it's gonna be, and that's why I hope the win will actually resonate with people if he wins. And I really hope he does, because he needs a win to do this, because, you know, the media is not behind him. You know, the social media is not behind him. There is a small part of social media that's really pulling together and hammering it home. And Mandy and I both support that. So does Sarah. And by the way, Sarah wasn't here because of an emergency. She works with animal rescue, and she got pulled into a case like last minute, but she'll be here for another one if you're so kind as to let us come back and do this. You know, we will. Like, I'm looking forward to it, because there's so much more. There's so much, like the details. It's all in the details, and we're only glazing over most of it. In the details, it's brilliant. Like, we have it on there. Like, you can see it in black and white what's been going on here. But the thing is that the media is not behind him. Neither was everybody that worked with him, Universal, all of that, like all of his co-stars, everything. Everybody just signed on because Me Too was whole big. They were like, we're not messing with that. Like, no, the optics of that are career killing. As we saw, is career killing to Johnny Depp. All he wants is his name back. If he wins this defamation, it says that he is not an abuser. Okay. And perhaps he can get his body of work is there, but it's tainted, and I want him to be able to get that back. He worked hard. He doesn't deserve this. He does not deserve to be tagged as an abuser as he goes out of his industry. It's just foul. It's just foul. It's just wrong, you know, in my humble opinion, you know, with all of that. But I feel strongly about that. To see him have his body of work tainted like that. I love the stuff he's done with Burton. My God. Well, you know, I'm a Burton fan anyway, but you know, I go all the way back to Jump Street when we first met Johnny's little clean shaven little face, you know.
I just saw somebody else said that too, I think. Oh no, Jamie. Said
Mm-hmm.
Nightmare. Yeah.
Oh, Nightmare. Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely. Like he's been everywhere and he's done it different too. He's done comedy, he's done serious, he's done series, he's done TVs, he's done series movies like Pirates of the Caribbean. He created a whole character. There ain't nobody gonna be able to do Jack. Nobody
No.
besides
Nope.
Johnny. Nobody could touch that character. He did it so well. I feel sorry for anybody who even tries. They would be a fool to try to put anybody else in there
And
after
the
that.
yeah, and if the series will not be the same without his role in it. So
Mhm.
the fact that they're even coming out with another one is just beyond
I don't
beyond.
know. And they put the other one in there and everything, trying to like make it like a whole nother part of the series. I don't know. Listen, Pirates, I hope that part wasn't successful. And it wasn't successful for a reason, because you chose the wrong side. You decided the optics were so bad.
Right.
You didn't support the character that made you millions of dollars. Bad move business wise. Okay,
Yes.
you could have made a statement here. You could have played it right. In my humble, I'm sorry, soapbox for like 2 minutes. Give me, people. All right. In my humble opinion, as a bear who is not in the industry, nor am I in the movies, but when that happened and they don't actually know what's going to happen legally, would it not be wiser to make a statement that they don't support domestic violence at all, but it is there? Concerted policy as a large company not to interfere in the personal disputes of actors and back their character and do it anyway, they would have made millions. They could have come out against abuse and yet not slam Johnny Depp. There's two, you can do both. Just because people call Johnny Depp an abuser, you don't have to call Johnny Depp an abuser. You could still say, I don't believe in abuse, and still say, I'm going to wait and see what happens, whether Johnny did it or not. Both of those statements are accurate. Both of those ways they handle it are valid. So why did they feel the need and the pressure? Because, that annoys me about large companies. They buckle under the pressure of a few because they don't want the optics, not realizing if they make the stand and do it, they may turn the tide. They may make the difference and this shit won't happen anymore.
Right.
Nobody wants to be first. Nobody wants to be the first one to stand there and say, this is what I believe. I think you should just change this. This isn't right. And that's wrong. Like, we lost that. Like, we've lost that everywhere. And I really was disappointed in Warner for that. I really, really was. I'm really, really disappointed in Aquaman for not doing the same damn thing to her that they did to Johnny. But like, they were like, we don't want to even get involved in it, which is I guess in a way is better statement than what the other company did with the Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, that's stupid. That was, I hope you lost millions because wrong move.
When the information came out where she admitted to all of the abuse, or a majority of the abuse, and being the instigator, and why didn't Warner Brothers do what was done to Johnny?
And they didn't. They said, no, what they did? Instead of here's the statement they made. They were financially invested and it wasn't in their best interest to do anything about it. Why wasn't that statement made about Johnny and Pirates? You had tons in that series. Hypocrisy, people. Fucking hypocrisy. Right. It was like what was done to Johnny was just wrong. They did, rules for thee and not for me. That company, it was like whoever it was at the time. You know what I mean? It was just, It's okay if it's Amber. Like, we're not going to pull Amber. We'll give, we're too invested. But we'll yank the rug at it from Johnny. Like, we'll just cut him off at the knees, because it's always the man,
Yes. Right.
That's wrong. And so, public opinion, there's a lot of us out here that think you made the wrong move. You're on the wrong side and we're calling you out. And I there's some shit of yours I watch, but it ain't Aquaman. I can tell you that. And I love me some Jason Momoa, but fuck that shit. Wrong side. Not gonna do it. Mm-mm.
Yeah, just saying. Vanessa did, and so did Winona Ryder, and so did a couple of his other girlfriends. So funny thing.
So say that. Like, talk about that 14-year relationship where not one episode of domestic violence happened. Go ahead.
Yeah. Right.
Exactly. And she come out as his ex and said, that is not the man I know. 14 years.
Right.
That's not who I know. Mm-hmm.
And Winona
And,
said it, and all of his co-stars and their
mm-hmm.
spouses and
Mm-hmm.
everyone.
Yep. Mm.
Whereas, Amber has a history of DV. So,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I mean,
Jamie. Oh, I want to put Jamie's point up. This is a hot mess because this one, no, not that one, this one. This is a hot mess because some people do feel like that she only adopted the recent baby to look softer for court and to get, because let's face it, there's more than just Mandy and I up here talking about these stuff. Everybody's out there saying, Amber, we see you, like what's going, like, girl,
right,
you did wrong. Her reputation is taking a huge hit with the
right.
Eline stuff, with the James Franco stuff, with like the makeup artist, with the, the case kind of getting hotter now and her shit getting all thrown out. People are now focusing on her reputation, and she's taking a bit of a hit. And all of a sudden she's settled from party girl to doing whatever she wants, and now she's settled down and she's going to adopt a baby. Which everyone has the right to do. And if that's what you want to do, Amber, I'm all for you. I hope you're grown enough that you're actually there. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I hope you're doing it for the right reasons.
She's not, and she didn't, allegedly.
Okay, see, it was Mandy this time. I took the high. I'm proud of it. I did it. I took the high road once in a 2-hour video. There you go. Once.
The timing was hugely suspect. The case was supposed to start last year.
Mm-hmm.
The timing of the birth of the child was when the case was supposed to start. It's believed that she planned it that way so that she could try to get the case pushed out, ironically, because of the C word we're not supposed to say online. Because of that, the case got...
Wait, we're not supposed to say that word online. Have you not watched my videos? I say it every... If you want to call it that, it is after 10 o'clock. There would be no minors. I know your kid's in bed. If it would make you feel good, go ahead, girl. This is the place. You could do it here.
It's 9 o'clock here. Do you forget where I am?
Oh, that's true. I forget. No, I don't. It's true. I know. So the kids aren't... All right, never mind. I don't want them to hear it. Forget it.
No, I have teenagers that watch Big Mouth. Give me a break.
When you got your earphones in, I can say it for you. Amber Heard is a cult. Amber Heard is a cult. There you go.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Sure. No. Strike that. I'll own that shit. Put a line through allegedly. Amber Heard is a cunt. There you go.
She indeed is.
Thank you. Okay. Endorsed by Mandy.
I think she planned the birth of her child around when the court case was supposed to be. That's what's alleged, to try to garner sympathy, blah, blah, blah. Sounds like another unnamed person we know. Oh, goodness.
Oh my God. Just saying, is this one? I know we all feel this, that her PR agency said go adopt. Well, you know what? There is more information, so I can't say that's 100% true, like the timing or whatever, because she was with Elon. She had this agreement, like they saved stuff, like, that was their legal battle.
And I'm
right. So I think she always wanted to have a child, but she doesn't want to be pregnant. Like she had always worked towards that goal in some way. So, and though the timing does appear suspicious, it could very well be that she's grown enough. Like, we don't know. We see the legal filings now. And like, we're looking at the past of what she did to Johnny. Maybe she's grown enough to get there, and then she can actually handle it and do with that. And I hope that, in a way that's true. I just think she's a little spoiled. Like, I'm not really feeling the gonna be putting somebody else ahead of myself vibe. And that's just my personal opinion about raising children. It doesn't mean everybody does it that way, and you can do it any way you want. And you have every right to do it. It's just I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling the whole thing.
I think it's her and Elon's, but whatevs. Allegedly.
Yeah, but in the law case, didn't he get his sperm back? Oh, so you think he just wanted his sperm back so he got control of it and she didn't have it, and then he gave it to her anyway?
I think they settled, and I think that he allowed her to keep it. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to look now. I'm gonna have to
You
find
can't
the
find
final on that.
you cannot find anything about it. I've tried.
That's because Eli's a pansy and he pulls every damn
He's
thing he
the
files.
richest
Oh my
person
god.
in the world. He only lets out what he wants.
Mm.
Amanda, it is a little sus for sure. And I
It
was
is
talking,
definitely.
yeah, I
Yeah.
was talking about the C-19, but it's all right. I'm kind of tired. I think you people who stay up super late, I'm like, I'm ready to chill with my hubs.
Mhm. Well, on that, then, girl, let let's call it and give Holmes a few extra minutes with you that he deserves because he's pretty wonderful himself.
He
And
is.
I hope you had fun and you'll come back. I hope the chat enjoyed you. I know they did. I could see it, and
I hope so.
I hope you were comfortable enough and come back and we'll do something a little more structured. We wanted to make this like homey. Plus, our other partner in crime was not here. Like I said,
Right.
Sarah, that you may know on Twitter, Sarah Wilson. Her link is below too. She was going to join us for this because she's also a Deppite for sure and had a lot
Yeah.
to say. And
So, Shyla, I will answer really quick if you give me just a second. So he was with Amber while Amber was with Johnny, it was alleged. And then
Mhm.
after her and Johnny divorced, they dated again on and off 2 different times. He was with Grimes. They had a child, and I'm pretty sure they called it off a couple months ago. I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure they said, yeah. Did you guys know that Elon Musk has like 8 children? I had no idea.
Yes, he does, and he does. So he does it. Being in a relationship with Eli doesn't mean he's not letting people use his sperm to have babies. Like he's procreating everywhere.
Right.
Okay. Let's just be clear. That should be like he's got 8 children while he was in all these other relationships, and those aren't the ones he had the children with. So apparently, maybe who knows. I just know it's just a different way to think for me, but like if that's what he wants to do, I mean, because he's smart, he's supposed to be incredibly smart. Some of the shit he does, I don't see it, but I digress. I'm only seeing what they put out on the media. I don't know the man. I don't know the man. I've never talked to the man. I can't really weigh in, but some of it looks like really.
I think that would be a whole nother conversation for you and I to have because I know how much. Well, no, I know how much you are for autism. I see
It's
you
true.
posting
Yeah,
about it,
I do.
and it's believed. And he may have actually said it that he has Asperger's. So
I am
he's
actually researching that and trying to figure out if he actually does. I'm
yeah
looking at some of all of his
yeah
interactions with people because Asperger is very social. So I'm looking at that and how he presents himself socially and in the media. Because I want to make sure he's not like just saying it. Like I would hope that
yeah
nobody actually does that because damn. But anyway,
right.
Mandy,
I'm gonna
what you
send
just
you.
gave me so much hope. We've got Depp hope. We got the evil one hope. And now you're willing to dive in on one of the most personal issues I have on YouTube. Like, girl, you made my night. Like, I should have opened a second bottle for this. Like, this is
Oh my gosh! Everybody knows I don't drink, but a pickle's still in here. Puff
no
puff.
pickles in there. No, here's the thing. This is our dynamic. I drink the wine, she smokes the weed, and we
Yep.
get along perfectly. We could talk till tomorrow. Like, as a matter of fact, if we got out of here and and husband wasn't awake, we could stay in StreamYards and I'd be seeing you all tomorrow at 5 p.m. in the afternoon. And you'd be all like, Bear, where's your voice? I left it in StreamYards with Mandy like 12 hours ago.
It
No,
does
but
get a little dry. I can understand now why people
I
like,
do.
yeah,
You
because
do.
I'm out of water.
You're out of water. And that's a good sign. So I'm going to put the outro on and then you can click over into the chat if you'd like and talk because you won't have to worry about being up here. But girl,
If I can figure out how to do that.
or if not, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, people. If you don't see her, you know why. We're going to figure all of that out. But I hope you were comfortable. And I do hope you'll come back because this meant a lot to me. Because, Bear's a pervert and likes to break cherries for one. Like, that's cool.
Oh, hello.
I got it. Hello. I got another YouTube cherry on my belt. Boom. Boom. But it does. I like to think that you were comfortable enough to come back, because that means even more than, you break their cherry, right? And they come back. That's fucking everything, right? Like,
Right.
everything. So hopefully you'll be back, and we're going to definitely do more if you want to. I'll do anything with you because you're awesome. You're awesome.
Sounds great.
Okay.
All right, y'all.
Any last words?
Thank you for having me. Thank you for catering to my schedule. And please, people, research.
Mm-hmm.
We have to stand for justice. Enough is enough in many, many, many ways, right?
Because misinformation kills people. Let's just put it out there. It does.
Right.
It kills conversation. It kills common sense. It just kills the truth. Like, misinformation kills. So research. Yeah, I agree. You and me, same page, girl. And on that,
Always.
well, I know, right? I love it. On that, we're out. Catch us on Twitters until we decide to grace us with our presences combined again. And hopefully it'll be soon. But we'll see. We'll work on something. On that, bear out. Mandy, thank you. I can't tell you how much I love this. I love this. I'll talk to you soon.
Mandy out.